What if one person could walk into a room, say absolutely nothing, and still make the entire luxury fashion world stop and stare? Why do the most powerful brands on earth keep circling around the same name? Why does a single appearance from Jimin of BTS suddenly turn headlines, trend charts, and fashion conversations upside down? Welcome back to JIKOOK Lover. Before we uncover the mystery everyone is whispering about, make sure you like this video, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss the next viral story shaking the K-pop world. Because today we're diving into something bigger than popularity, bigger than visuals, and bigger than trends. We're talking about the strange phenomenon many people can't explain, the secret behind Jimin's expensive aura, and why luxury brands seem to be competing to claim him. But the real question is it just fame? Or is there something about Jimin that the fashion world recognized long before everyone else did? Something unusual happens whenever the name Jimin enters a conversation about global fashion. At first, it seems like a simple story. A world-famous idol from one of the biggest groups in music history receives attention from luxury brands. On the surface, that sounds almost predictable. After all, BTS has already broken countless records and built a fan base that stretches across continents. But the deeper people look into the relationship between Jimin and the luxury fashion world, the stranger the story begins to feel. Because this isn't just about popularity, and it certainly isn't just about clothes. Somewhere along the way, a quiet narrative started spreading through fashion circles, online communities, and industry discussions. It wasn't announced with a press release. It didn't start with a marketing campaign. Instead, it began with a feeling that whenever Jimin appeared, whether on stage in a photo shoot or simply walking through an airport, something about him seemed to transform the atmosphere. Fans noticed it first, then photographers, then stylists, then brand executives. The words people used to describe it were surprisingly similar: elegant, refined, timeless, expensive. The last word in particular began appearing everywhere. In tweets, in comment sections, in fashion editorials, and even in discussions among people who had never considered themselves K-pop fans before. Jimin has an expensive aura. At first glance, that phrase sounds vague, maybe even exaggerated. What does expensive aura actually mean? Is it about the clothes someone wears? Is it about posture, confidence, charisma? Or is it something far more difficult to define? In the world of luxury branding, perception is everything. The difference between a product worth a few dollars and a product worth thousands often lies not in the materials, but in the story surrounding it. Luxury brands spend decades building that story. And yet, every once in a while, a person appears who seems to embody that narrative naturally. When industry observers began analyzing Jimin's presence in fashion campaigns and public appearances, they noticed something unusual. Unlike many celebrities who appear to wear luxury clothing, Jimin seemed to do something else entirely. He made the clothing feel like an extension of himself. That subtle difference might sound insignificant, but in the language of fashion, it is enormous. Luxury fashion isn't just about garments. It's about emotion, about the fantasy of elegance, sophistication, and quiet confidence. And somehow, Jimin seemed to communicate those qualities without even trying. One fashion editor once described the phenomenon in a way that quickly spread online. They wrote that when Jimin appears in a luxury campaign, it doesn't look like a celebrity endorsing a brand. It looks like the brand has finally found the person it was always meant for. Statements like that might sound dramatic, but the evidence continued piling up. Photo shoots featuring Jimin quickly gained massive attention online. Airport appearances turned into viral fashion moments. Even candid photos taken by fans sometimes looked like frames from high-end advertising campaigns. And slowly, almost quietly, luxury brands began to move closer. For companies like Dior or Tiffany & Company, choosing an ambassador isn't a casual decision. These brands represent more than fashion. They represent heritage, craftsmanship, and a very carefully protected image. The wrong choice could damage decades of brand identity. The right choice, however, can redefine an entire generation's perception of luxury. So when multiple luxury houses began associating themselves with Jimin, the question many people asked was simple. What exactly were they seeing? Because while millions of fans adored him for his talent, personality, and performances, the fashion industry seemed to be recognizing something else. Something subtler, something quieter, something powerful. Observers began pointing to Jimin's background in contemporary dance, suggesting that his understanding of movement allowed him to present clothing differently. Others believe his natural sense of humility and calm confidence created a rare contrast to the louder personalities often associated with celebrity culture. But even those explanations felt incomplete, because the truth might be something far more mysterious. Some stylists who had worked behind the scenes hinted that Jimin possessed a quality that cannot be manufactured in studios or taught in training programs. Presence, the ability to command attention without demanding it, the ability to look soft and powerful at the same time, the ability to make luxury feel effortless. In a world where many celebrities try desperately to appear expensive, Jimin somehow made elegance look natural. And perhaps that was the real secret, because luxury at its core is about effortlessness, not loud displays of wealth, but quiet confidence, the kind of confidence that makes people stop and look twice. And if that theory is true, it might explain why so many fashion houses suddenly began competing for the same person. But as this story spreads across the internet and fans analyze every new appearance, another question has begun emerging, one that could spark endless debates across the K-pop world. Is Jimin's expensive aura simply the result of brilliant styling and global fame? Or did the luxury fashion industry discover something about Jimin long before the rest of the world realized it? And if that discovery is real, could Jimin eventually become something even bigger than a K-pop icon, perhaps one of the defining faces of luxury fashion for an entire generation? Or is there still a hidden story behind the scenes that no one has uncovered yet? Because if the whispers inside the fashion industry are even partially true, the real mystery surrounding Jimin may only be beginning. And the question that might ignite the biggest debate among fans worldwide is this: did luxury brands choose Jimin because he represents the power of BTS? Or do they choose him because they believe Jimin himself is the future of luxury image in the global fashion world? The deeper this phenomenon is examined, the more the narrative surrounding Jimin begins to resemble something rarely seen in modern celebrity culture. In an era where fame often moves at the speed of trends, where popularity can rise and fall overnight, Jimin's presence in the luxury world seems to move differently. Slower, quieter, yet somehow more powerful. Many analysts have pointed out that luxury brands are extremely careful about the image they attach themselves to. These companies are not chasing momentary hype. Their identity is built on longevity. Heritage houses like Dior or Tiffany & Company think in decades, sometimes even centuries. They are not simply asking who is famous today. They are asking who will still represent elegance 10 years from now. And this is where the conversation becomes more intriguing. Because when people describe Jimin's aura, they rarely talk about trends. Instead, they talk about something timeless. A calm confidence that feels almost old-fashioned in the best possible way. The way he carries himself rarely feels forced. His expressions are soft but deliberate. His movements are graceful, shaped by years of dance training, yet never exaggerated. Some fashion insiders have quietly suggested that Jimin possesses a quality that luxury brands desperately search for but rarely find: emotional elegance. That idea might sound abstract, but in fashion storytelling it means everything. Luxury fashion is not only about how something looks. It is about how it feels, the atmosphere it creates, the mood it leaves behind in the mind of the viewer. When Jimin appears in a campaign or a photo shoot, people often describe feeling something before they even analyze the clothing. There is a sense of refinement, but also warmth. Sophistication, but also vulnerability. It creates a balance that feels both powerful and approachable at the same time. This balance may be exactly what modern luxury brands need. Because today's audiences are different from those of the past, younger generations are not only interested in status symbols, they are searching for authenticity, emotional connection, and stories that feel human rather than distant. And somehow, Jimin seems to embody that shift naturally. But this raises another question that continues to circulate quietly in online discussions and industry speculation. If Jimin's aura truly resonates this deeply with both fans and fashion leaders, then the future possibilities might be far bigger than anyone initially expected. Could this be the beginning of a new kind of global icon, one who moves effortlessly between music, culture, and high fashion? Or is the story of Jimin's mysterious, expensive aura still hiding another layer that the world has yet to fully understand?